Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai, Ba'Shem Kadash. That honors the apostles and also great Muslim for teaching us the truth, peace, and blessings. The hope like the visible and Shalom. Yahweh is his name, all the name falling to Hebrew. Ba'Shem means the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back in lesson, and today's going to be a spiritual commentary or a spiritual review going to this recent movie that came out, Avatar 2, The Way of Water. And also one of the main points I do want to be pushing throughout this lesson is why these devils, Esau, Edom, need to be taken out and needs to be put into chains, man. Because they showcase this throughout the movie, all the wicked and terrible things that these devils have done, which the Israelites are being displayed and appearing as these so-called Navi, or, showcased as these Navi avatars. It really goes to show what this, movie it is really about, man. Kind of showcasing the history of our people, the things that we went through, the rape, rob, and murder, the bloodshed these devils have spilt of our people, and the terrible things that these devils have done in general, man. Coming from a far land, which they show you in these movies. In the first one, coming to the second one. Esau coming to colonize and conquer, make this land theirs, saying that they found it first, destroying the land, the people that are in it and that are going against them. Look what they did when they came over to the North Americas, man. To the tribe of Gad, to the tribe of Issachar. They enslaved and destroyed our people, man. And they showcase this throughout the movie by the way of the Navi, the avatars, which are ultimately the Israelites when you watch this with a spiritual eye, man. And also goes to show who this devil really is, man. These devils destroy anything and everything that they touch. Because when you watch this movie, you see how, beautiful, which, this planet they're on is called Pandora. And you have Esau, Edom coming from far land, which, the earth, and coming to take these resources and make everything theirs and to, basically conquer and to control. But you see the things Esau has done in today's society, man. But pretty much on that, I do want to get the scriptures kind of, tying together with the things that I saw in the movie, which kind of correlated with the things that we went through as a people. And the thing these devils have done, and especially will pay for, man. Because you also, see the tribes. What it goes to show who these Navi and avatars really are, man. Because you see other tribes in this movie, man. You have the so-called tree people, which you see right here, and as well as the water people. And you see the water, it's like the tree people coming to take shelter of the Navi. Which also going to show the coming together of our people, man. Which you're about to see. Right now we are separate, this northern and southern kingdom. But very soon we're going to be coming together as one nation, man. Which you're seeing our people, on a physical standpoint, or I want to say carnal, but people of the world are starting to realize and, come back together that we are the same people. And, really find out who the enemy is, which is Esau, Edom. Which you see in this movie too, man. You have the water people, the tree people, starting to, come together. Which you'll see. I don't want to spoil too much into me, but a very, very good movie and a good watch, man. But let's dive into the scriptures. I don't want to drag out the intro too long, but Lord, I'll be able to tie it together to the best of my ability. I don't really do these spiritual reviews as much. I believe I did it in I believe I did on a Black Adam, if I'm correct, or maybe another movie. But let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 49, because these connect with the things that the Israelites went through before. Esau, Edom coming from far land. And once again, they show you in this movie, man. Esau, Edom, which you'll see near the beginning of the movie in Avatar 2. These devils come from these space stations, these satellites, or from Earth, coming to, these, this planet Pandora. It's in the movie, man. But I don't want to stall this out. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It says, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far. And there's a picture right here. It goes into the ships that Esau came on in his movie. And basically destroyed everything, which you see right here. But let's see if I can find it. Just a quick picture. But as I kind of mentioned, going to Esau, Edom, coming to the North Americas. And you saw the terrible things that these devils have done to our people. The tribe of Gad, the tribe of Issachar. Enslaved and destroyed our people, raped, robbed, and murdered them, spilt tons of blood of our people, and these devils will fucking pay, man. And what did they show you in this movie, man? You saw them destroying the houses, the tents of of the people in the movie. You know, killing the animals. I mean, come on, bro. It's showing you what this movie is really about, man. You know. But really enough on that. Let's jump into the back into the scriptures. Didn't really get the picture I wanted, but either way, the point still stands. Yahweh Hashem shall bring a nation against thee from far. And they show you in that movie. Esau Edom coming from far land to conquer and to colonize, man. But as Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle. Now it's showing you who it's speaking of, because whose national animal is the eagle? America. Babylon the Great. But going back to America, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Also has multiple scriptures, whose nest, or who nest is among the stars, and as well as made of scripture. I'm trying to remember, but the standing main point: Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand which they also show you in the first and second movie, where you had them, come over to the, Pandora, and you had them not, the Navi, the avatars, not understand the language that they spoke. So, I mean, it's clear as day, who these Navi, these avatars are in this movie, if you have these spiritual eyes to see. Psalm 64 and 8. And it goes to show that these devils are just pretty much exposing themselves, man, the things that they have done. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Which these devils will put these things into movies, cartoons, and TV shows, things that they have done. And ultimately the truth in plain sight, man. Because you especially have these devils today just debunking and trying to sweep the things that they have done under the rug. But they'll show you in these movies, man. Because people will think of it as just, it's a movie, it's science fiction. When these are the things that these devils actually did, man. Once again, they're showing you the things that we went through throughout this movie, man. But just by the way of the Navi, the avatars, man. Job 9:24. And it also goes to showcase Esau Edom's blessing, which is the sword. All these different guns, these mech suits, these Iron Man-like suits of armor that they have. I mean, it's there you go. Job 9:24. As well as these different bases that they have, these ships, and all that, man. Once again, showcasing Esau Edom's blessing. We're going to show who this devil is, man. But now let's get Job 9:24. As well as going to who the wicked is, man. Because this devil is wicked. And, he's literally named the border of wickedness. You know how wicked you got to be be named the border of wickedness, the start of it? Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Now, who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man of the day. Which you also get in Malachi 1:4. Now it says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who else could it be, man? But now let's get Genesis 27:39-40 to touch on Esau, Edom's blessing, which is the sword. And it also skips going to how he's going to live by that sword, which you'll see right here. And Isaac his father answered and said to him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. So there's his blessing, the fatness of the earth as well as the sword, man. And it's also showcased once again in this movie, dealing with these Iron Man-like suits of armor, these different ships, these guns that he has. It's showcased once again throughout this movie. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Going to show who this devil is, man. It's showing you this movie, man. These devils are exposing themselves, man. Romans 8:22. Because you also have the animals suffering under this devil's rulership. Because these devils destroy anything and everything that they have touched. There's this one guy, I believe named Midas, in this one story where he touches, if he touches anything, he turns it into gold. Let's see, golden touch. But in this case, Esau Edom, when everything he touches, he destroys, man. Now, the most famous King Midas is popularly remembered in Greek mythology for his ability to turn everything he touched into gold. This came to be called the golden touch or the Midas touch. But in this case, Esau Edom, everything that he touches, he destroys, man, which once again shows you throughout this movie, man. Everything that Esau Edom puts his hand into, and what do you have? Going to say, put his hand into, he destroys, man. He is the cancer of the earth. He's a virus that needs to be getting rid of, man. Now let's go back. We got that. We got Genesis 27. Let's go back right here. Romans 8 and 22. Now it says, for you know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. So you also have these animals suffering under these devils' rulership, man. Even as well as these other heathen nations. But that doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Exempt them from the things that they have done. Because they're also going to pay for the crimes and things that they have done against the Israelites. Because they have also taken the part of the captivity of the nation of Israel. Enslaved our people, they will pay also. But read one more time. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. So you have pretty much everything suffering under Esau, Edom's rulership. That's why we're going to have these nations, as well as these animals, be glad that the Israelites are back in power, man, that we are ruling over them. But once again, this movie, as well as just Esau, Edom in general, goes to show why these devils need to go. Because, just look out throughout history why Esau, Edom is a wicked man. Especially the things that he has done to the Israelites, the apple of Yahweh Bashemash's eye. It's like the apple of Yahweh Bashemash's eye, and he's not going to get away with it. And Malachi 1 and 4 now says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashemashai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So it's going to show who the wicked that is speaking of, which is Esau, Edom, is the day. The border of wickedness and the people against whom Yahweh Messiah hath the indignation forever. So this is going to go to show who the wicked is, speaking of in Job 9:24. Just to get the context for it. Now, let's dive into more scriptures to go into why these devils are going to pay once again, because you see the atrocities, the rape, rob, and murder, the blood that they have spilled, especially looking throughout history, all the terrible things the devils have done, and they're not going to escape unscathed. Ultimately, hey, guess what? They're not going to escape in general, man. Numbers 35 and 33. Watch this. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And this devil's blood is required, man. And you are going to pay for your crimes, all the atrocities and things that you have done. And you're not going to escape, man. These deep underground bases that you have, your weapons, your guns, your suits, none of these things will protect you from the judgment Yahweh is about to bring, because you're going to pay. Revelations 11:18, which you get right here. As the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. And now one of the main points right here, and shouldst destroy them which destroyed the earth. And who is destroying this earth? Esau, Edom. This devil has the money, the gold, sitting there catching dust, in order to fix these problems, but it goes to show who the wicked is, man. This devil has the means to fix it, but he's not going to, man, because once again, he was set up to be the wicked, to be the bad guy of the story, man. And hey, they show you in this movie Avatar, man, a very, very good movie when you watch it with a spiritual eyes, man, because you can see who these Na'vi, these avatars really are, and especially showcasing the things these devils have done. The atrocities, the blood that they have spilt, the terrible and atrocious and wicked things that they have done. And they're not going to escape whatsoever. Now, let's close with these 4 more scriptures. And it's like if I sound like a broken record. It's like if I, kind of went back to certain points. But the one I got the point across, and it was, edifying. But Ezekiel 37:22, as I kind of mentioned earlier, how you have basically different tribes showcased throughout this movie. Just dealing with the so-called tree people and the water people, coming together to fight against a common enemy, this devil Esau. Because near the beginning, they were kind of rough at the start. They're not really with the idea of taking them in, but near the end of the movie, they stand with a common ground. Standing against a common enemy. Ezekiel 37:22, because near the end, especially in the kingdom, we're going to come back together as one nation, as one head. Ezekiel 37:22 now says, I'll make them one nation in a land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and there should be no more 2 nations, because you have the southern and northern kingdom, so-called Negro tribes and so-called Latin tribes. And they shall no more 2 nations, neither shall they be divided into 2 kingdoms, anymore at all, the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. That's why you have certain scriptures will name Israel and Judah, dealing with the so-called two kingdoms. Now it says, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into kingdoms any more at all. And once again, they showcase this throughout the movie, us coming together, as a people, man. Because hey, we're the same people going through the same exact things, man. Isaiah 11 12 through 13. That's why you're also seeing many of our people today are starting to realize, though it's not in in truth, you see many of our people of this world starting to realize that this devil is the problem. Isaiah 11 12 through 13. Now it says, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Verse 13 now says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah. So there's each head tribe of the southern and northern kingdom. Now it says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. So showing you, we're going to come together as one. We're no longer going to fight against each other. Also going to the curses. Thine eye shall be evil towards thy brother. But very soon we're going to come together as one. Which once again is showcased in this movie, us coming together to fight against a common foe. It's devil, man, which he is the main problem, the cancer of the earth, a virus that needs to be taken out, man. And you can definitely see why anything that the devil touches, he destroys, as I kind of touched on earlier, man. And once again, it goes to show who this devil is, man. But now let's close with these last two, Deuteronomy 13:7. As I kind of mentioned earlier also, he's definitely going to pay for the things that they have done. And guess what? It's going to turn upon their own head. Deuteronomy 13:7 now says, and Yahweh Shai thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Now, who did that? Mainly Esau, Edom, as well as these heathen nations. So, hey, they're going to pay. The things that were done unto us, it's going to be done unto them. Them thrown us into captivity will be done unto them. We're going to Revelations 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So yes, there will be slavery in the kingdom, man. Obadiah 1:15. And guess what? These elites, these devils, Esau, Edom, the top of E, will be in there also. Obadiah 1:15. For the day of Yahweh Shai is near upon all the heathen. So there you go also. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So the things that were done unto us is going to return upon your own head, man. You're going to pay for touching the apple of Yahweh Shai's eye, and for touching the Israelites, man, the Lord's people. So pretty much the main point already. Sorry if I sound like a broken record once again and repeated certain things. But Lord, I got that point across and you were edified. Very good movie once again. Definitely recommend. And it's like if it wasn't really a review, but main point of the lesson was kind of touching on the things that took place in the movie, and ultimately what it was really about. The Na'vi, the avatars, ultimately being the Israelites, and Esau, Edom coming to colonize and to destroy and to take over, which is what he did, especially coming over to North Americas, coming to claim the land as his, and as if he founded it first, raped, robbed, and murdered our people, spilt bloodshed of our people, the Israelites. These devils will pay. And which they kind of showcase this throughout the movie, so definitely recommend. Hope and pray edified. You want to give all praises on glory to Yahweh Shai, Bashem Krakadash, that wants the apostles, and those great Milson for teaching us his truth. Peace and blessing, and the whole collective Israel, and Shalom. Thanks to the Lord one.